welcome back to Ferocious Education. This is Ed. Today I'm talking about Ideanomics after forever. I think the last time I talked about it was around roughly 2 months ago. And today we're giving a new update into this one, especially as the price really plummeted from around 184 to around 120, almost a new 52-week low at this current time. So we're going to really dive into this one and try to find why that is the case, some significant supports, resistances, a bit of movements, momentum, and news. So let's jump right into this one. So in the latest news, in December, I have a few. For instance, the US Hybrid receives $5.5 million purchase order from a Globing Environmental Products to electrify street sweepers for California and other state fleets. Now, just a quick thing that I almost forgot to mention. If you haven't heard about Ideanomics is a company that basically has multiple different acquisitions previously done. So they have almost like an umbrella of different companies that goes under Ideanomics Mobility, Ideanomics Capital, and that is mainly the part of it. Ideanomics Mobility is more about EV, charging, wireless, that kind of thing. Capital is about mainly Fintech. So Ideanomics itself is a global company that is driving the sustainability transformation. They define themselves as a catalyst of disruption to those industries, where improvements in sustainability, transparency, and freedom of choice would have been profound benefits on a global scale. So some of their products itself, for instance, in mobility, includes such as following. So first off, you got the turnkey fleet electrification solution, and then you got electric vehicles that work for you under, I believe this is SolidTrack, and then underneath you got all the other ones like wireless charging, wired charging, and solar and storage. You also have the pretty much famous EV buses that a lot of people who have been following Ideanomics have been talking about. And then you got Ideanomics Capital. You got Timius and Real Estate Reimagined. You got TM2, which is basically a London-based digital commodities issuance and trading platform. And you got Justly, which is market and investing into principles for profits and dividends. It thinks about how the investments made today shape the future of our planet, and our team is connected and to engage with investors and passionate founders who care about social responsibility. Now, a lot of this is buzzwords, but the other one here is Timius announced the hire of real estate veteran Matthew Golden as the president to support its ongoing growth strategy, and SolidTrack, an Ideanomics company, named in the top 10 product winners at 2022 World AG Expo. A zero-emission E70 and tractor is one of this year's top 10 new products selected by the World AG Expo officials as a cutting-edge product to help farmers save time and money. Now, in the last thing, in terms of the 6 months for 2021 consolidation for the early 6 months, and this will most likely showcase the next 6 months, which is towards the end of 2021 will be announced. So we're here. Probably in the next couple of weeks, we're going to get a new presentation and a new 10K form. But basically, their net cash used in operating activities remain somewhat the same from June 30th, 2021 to June 30th, 2020. Similarly here, you're able to see things like the net cash used in investing activity has increased significantly, almost 143 million compared to 1.879 million. Net cash provided by financing activity has increased as well from 46 million to 383 million. And effective exchange rate exchanges in cash, that has reduced to 39 million. Your net cash in cash or net increase in cash equivalents is around 230 million. So they did really grab a lot of cash, and that is obvious by the cash and cash equivalent that they have at the end of the period being very close to 400 million versus 36 million before. And they're going to definitely use this into multiple different things, including financing for other companies, giving loans with interest, or just acquiring different companies that would fit their mobility or capital portfolio. Now, in the last voting on December 22nd, SEC filing showcased that basically all the board members have been approved or at least a 64% approval Their CEO, Alfred P. Poor, has a 79% approval. Now, also for their accounting ratification, they received a 98% for. Now, another one that I do want to talk about is this new acquisition that basically happened at 16th of December. It's named here Wu Bruno Zing, and it's showing here into the SEC filing as a 7.2%. Now, it does show this person's citizenship is in the US as Bruno Wu, and Lan Yang as the Republic of China counterpart at 7.2%. I do believe these two are linked. A lot of the same references are mentioned, but basically, this company does have a new investor on the 16th of December, Wu Bruno Zing, that bought around 36 million shares or around 7.2% of the company. Institutional buyers have been a bit mixed. Some of them are actually been reducing some of their percentage of shares, but overall, things are a little bit mixed. And it's not really showcasing one direction flow. It's two direction flow. Now, the last insider transaction was a sale for 206 price at a 500,000 shares out of around still 8 million shares remaining. So it's still not significant enough to consider it as more of a massive sell, because they did exercise some of their options, and that's a bit normal for people that are working there to get their salary as stock options or exercises or awards, that kind of thing. Before moving on towards technical analysis, if you would like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button and leave notifications on for this channel. Also, don't forget to drop a like to this video if you enjoyed this video so far, and you can join us on our Discord in the description below. Now, from a technical analysis standpoint of view, what we're seeing here is that there's a lot of bearish indicators on the moving averages. It's all bearish. 200 SMAs above 50 SMA, 30 MAs above 10 SMA. Although that is normal, as you get to see the price point has been sliding for quite a while from $5.53 to $1.28. But this is seen to be more of a trend. You're able to see on the IDEX, this is actually a bearish trend at a level of 40. The good news is, around 45 to 50, that's where the trend starts breaking apart and seeing a reversal. So this downtrend is not really sustainable, and it's bound to see a reversal. On million% R, this is showing to be highly oversold. Million% R is very similar to the relative strength index, and so you do anticipate a bullish reversal sometime in the near future. The MACD is sitting almost flat. It's trying and attempting to go towards a bullish reversal, as it's outdue, but you're able to see it's almost at zero. Nothing really is going on there. It's just waiting for news or bullish action. Now, momentum. Momentum is actually back towards a negative 0.28, although it is still at a level where it can easily change in either directions, whether it increases its negativity or dives right into the positive within a day or two. Now, stochastic fast and stochastic slow. Both are, or every single indicator here is pointing downwards, suggesting to look at where the next support is. Now, the next support, you would have to go way back, and we're going to take a look at that, but it's suggesting that it's going to touch that. Now, in terms of moving average bands, they're all going downwards. That's not a good news, but it's anticipated to trade between 161 and 132, and we're right now at 128. So it's even below or at the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands are between 128 and 165. Although you do anticipate at some point this is gonna kind of little bit or flatten out and then bounce backwards. So you're able to see this kind of trend goes downwards, downwards, and then you sometimes see a bit of a bullish action. This is a bit exaggerated, but in all retrospect, there is differences in moving averages and it can't be going downwards forever. Now, in terms of Fibonacci retracements, we're able to see significant resistances at 192, 261, 317, 372, 452, and 553. The support is at 80 cents. Now, on a price line action, however, you're able to see significant support at the 124, then the 110, then the 97 cents, 93 cents, and 85 cents, followed by the 80 cents. Significant resistances. You got the 135, 147, 163, 185, 199, going upwards to 212, 227, 252, 264, 288 going up to 317, 327, 343, 378, 389, 424, 454, 486, 506, and 553. Comes to the question, Ed, what do you think is going to happen here? Well, it's really painful to see back towards the $1. This company has a lot of cash, and it's going to continue to acquire a lot of different companies. So it is considerably, for me, a buy. It's one of the lowest it's been. I mean, it has been around 30 cents before, around a year and a half ago. And it was painfully a penny stock, and it did kind of dive all the way down to there. But they really changed their entire company operations. That's why it really shot up higher. I do think it's currently reasonable for it to be around $1. And for a future growth, $1 is a little bit attractive towards me, but I'm not exactly sure where the company is going to go in terms of direction. They have all these different acquisitions and cool products and cool companies, but we're yet to see some really strong financials, hopefully by the end of this year, to reflect just that. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day. Now, if you're still here on this video, make sure to drop down below and join our Discord. We have a lot of different things going on, including, for instance, members that gives picks for free. It's not pump and dumps, we just things we think about, swings, etc. We also have really exciting bots. You can actually use those ones. For instance, we're just testing out this bot, for instance, that gives you Fibonacci resistance points, activities, etc. And we have a bunch of free things, totally free. We run on tips here, and you can ask me questions, suggest stocks, etc. It's a really nice community that has been growing up very fast at a very good rate, and it's totally free. If you would like to join that one, feel free to do so in the description below, and have a wonderful day.